There comes a moment in every life when the world stands still, if only for a heartbeat, and you are left alone with the echo of your own ambition. In that silence you hear the question that has haunted the greatest men and women of history. What are you truly made of? Not what you pretend to be, not what you show the world, but what you are at your core when the lights are off, when the applause fades, when the only voice left is your own. That is the moment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the spectators from the champions, the dreamers from the doers, the billionaires from the bystanders. To think like a billionaire is not about the money, it's about the mindset. It's about the relentless, unyielding belief that you were born for more, that you are not here to simply exist, but to conquer, to create, to leave a mark so deep that the world will never be the same. It's about waking up every morning with fire in your veins, with a vision so clear it burns through every obstacle, every doubt, every voice that tells you to settle for less. It's about moving like a champion, decisive, bold, unstoppable, because you know that the world does not reward hesitation, it rewards action, it rewards courage, it rewards those who dare to demand greatness from themselves and from the world around them. Look at the titans of history. Edison, who failed 1,000 times before he lit the world. Carnegie, who rose from nothing to build an empire of steel. Disney, who was told he lacked imagination and then built a kingdom of dreams. Lincoln, who lost more elections than he won but never lost his vision for a nation united. Ford, who reimagined the very way we move. Obama, who shattered ceilings with hope and audacity. Napoleon Hill, who distilled the secrets of success into a philosophy that has outlived empires. They were not born with silver spoons. They were not handed their destinies. They forged them in the crucible of adversity with nothing but belief, vision, and the iron will to act. This is the truth. The world will try to convince you that you are small, that your dreams are too big, that your vision is impossible. They will tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to fit in. But the billionaire mind rejects that poison. The champion's heart spits it out, because you know deep down that greatness is not given. It is seized, it is earned, it is demanded. You must begin with mindset. Everything starts there. The mind is the battlefield where empires are won or lost before a single shot is fired. If you believe you are destined for mediocrity, you will find 1,000 reasons to prove yourself right. But if you truly believe that you are meant for greatness, you will find 1,000 ways to make it real. The world bends to the will of those who refuse to bend to the world. Mindset is not a slogan, it is a discipline. It is the daily, hourly, minute-by-minute choice to reject fear, to silence doubt, to feed your mind with the thoughts that build, not the thoughts that break. It is the refusal to let the past define you, the courage to see every setback as a setup for a greater comeback. It is the relentless pursuit of growth, the hunger to learn, to adapt, to evolve. The billionaire mind is never satisfied, never complacent, never content to rest on yesterday's victories. It is always reaching, always stretching, always demanding more. But mindset alone is not enough. You must have belief, not the shallow, wishful thinking that evaporates at the first sign of trouble, but the deep, unshakable conviction that you are capable of achieving the impossible. Belief is the engine that drives action, the fuel that powers persistence, the shield that deflects the arrows of criticism and doubt. When the world says no, belief says yes. When the world says stop, belief says go. When the world says you can't, the belief says watch me. Clarity is your compass. Without it, you are lost, drifting on the tides of circumstance, blown by the winds of other people's opinions. With it, you are unstoppable. You know who you are, what you want, and where you are going. You see the target, you lock in, and you do not let go until you have claimed it. Clarity cuts through confusion, destroys distraction, and focuses your energy like a laser. It is the difference between wandering and winning, between hoping and achieving. Vision is the map. It is the picture you hold in your mind of the future you are building. It is the dream that pulls you forward when everything around you says turn back. Vision is not fantasy. It is not idle daydreaming. It is the blueprint of destiny, the architecture of achievement. Every skyscraper began as a vision. Every revolution began as a vision. Every fortune, every legacy, every breakthrough began as a vision in the mind of someone who refused to let go. Purpose is the fire. It is the reason you get up when you are tired, the reason you keep going when you want to quit, the reason you sacrifice, struggle, and strive. Purpose is what gives meaning to the grind, what transforms work into mission, what turns obstacles into opportunities. Without purpose, you are a ship without a rudder, tossed by the waves. With purpose, you are a force of nature, unstoppable, undeniable, unbreakable. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is the daily commitment to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when no one is watching, even when the rewards are far off and the results are invisible. Discipline is the difference between wishing and winning, between talking and doing, between potential and power. The billionaire mind is disciplined. The champion's body is disciplined. They do not wait for motivation. They create it through action, through habit, through relentless repetition. Action is the currency of success. Ideas are worthless without execution. Plans are meaningless without movement. The world is full of dreamers, but it is built by doers. Action is what separates the talkers from the achievers, the spectators from the players, the critics from the creators. Every step you take, every risk you embrace, every challenge you attack brings you closer to your destiny. The billionaire does not wait for permission. The champion does not wait for perfect conditions. They move, they act, they make things happen. Gratitude is the secret weapon. It is the antidote to entitlement, the cure for complacency, the foundation of abundance. Gratitude turns what you have into enough and what you dream into possible. It keeps you humble in victory, resilient in defeat, and hungry for more. The billionaire is grateful for every lesson, every setback, every opportunity. The champion is grateful for every challenge, every opponent, every moment on the field. Gratitude transforms struggle into strength, pain into power, loss into learning. Adaptability is survival. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology, markets, culture, everything is in flux. The old rules are crumbling, the old certainties are gone. The billionaire mind is flexible, agile, ready to pivot, ready to reinvent. The champion is not afraid to change the game, to rewrite the playbook, to disrupt the status quo. Adaptability is not weakness. It is strength. It is the ability to thrive in chaos, to find opportunity in uncertainty, to turn disruption into domination. Resilience is the armor. Life will knock you down. You will fail. You will fall. You will face rejection, ridicule, betrayal. But the billionaire gets back up. The champion rises every time. Stronger, wiser, more determined. Resilience is not the absence of pain. It is the refusal to be broken by it. It is the ability to turn wounds into wisdom, scars into stories, losses into lessons. The world remembers those who refuse to quit, who keep fighting, who keep believing, who keep moving forward no matter what. Leadership is the legacy. It is not about titles or positions. It is about influence, impact, inspiration. The billionaire leads by example, by vision, by courage. The champion leads by effort, by excellence, by heart. Leadership is the ability to lift others, to build teams, to create movements, to leave the world better than you found it. It is the highest calling, the greatest responsibility, the ultimate reward. Learning is the edge. The world belongs to the learners, the curious, the hungry. The billionaire never stops learning. The champion never stops growing. They read, they study, they ask questions, they seek mentors, they embrace feedback. Learning is the source of innovation, the engine of progress, the foundation of greatness. The more you know, the more you can do, the more you can become. And so, as you stand at the edge of your own potential, as you look out at the horizon of your own possibility, remember this: you were not born to be average. You were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to rise up, to claim your place among the giants. The world is waiting for you to step into your power, to unleash your greatness, to think like a billionaire and move like a champion. The world does not hand out greatness like a participation trophy. It does not reward the timid, the hesitant, the ones who wait for the perfect moment. History is written by those who act, who dare, who refuse to let fear dictate the terms of their existence. Think of the men and women who built empires from dust, who stared down the impossible and made it inevitable. They were not superhuman. They were not immune to doubt or pain. But they made a decision to rise, to fight, to build, to lead. You must make that decision too. Not once, but every day. Every morning you wake up, you are faced with a choice. Will you live by design or by default? Will you shape your destiny or will you let the world shape it for you? The billionaire mind chooses design. The champion's heart chooses destiny. They do not drift. They drive. They do not hope. They hunt. They do not wish. They work. There is a rhythm to greatness, a cadence to success. It is the steady drumbeat of discipline, the relentless march of action, the soaring melody of vision. You must find your rhythm. You must tune out the noise, the distractions, the endless opinions of those who have never dared to dream. You must listen to the music of your own ambition, the song that only you can hear, the anthem of your own becoming. This is not about arrogance. It is about confidence earned, not given. It is about knowing your worth, owning your value, refusing to apologize for your ambition. The world will try to shame you for wanting more, for dreaming bigger, for refusing to settle. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Because while they are busy criticizing, you are busy building. While they are busy complaining, you are busy creating. While they are busy watching, you are busy winning. You must become immune to criticism, bulletproof to doubt. The higher you rise, the louder the noise. The more you achieve, the more they will try to pull you down. But you are not here to please the crowd. You are here to lead it. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. The billionaire mind is focused, unshakable, locked in on the mission. The champion's heart is fierce, unbreakable, driven by purpose. There will be days when the world feels heavy, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, when the dream feels distant. On those days, remember why you started. Remember the fire that first lit your soul, the vision that first captured your heart. Remember that every champion was once a contender, that every billionaire was once broke, that every legend was once unknown. They kept going. So must you. You must learn to love the struggle, to embrace the grind, to find joy in the journey. The process is the prize. The work is the reward. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. Every rejection is redirection. The billionaire mind does not fear failure. The champion's heart does not fear pain. They know that every scar is a story, every wound is wisdom, every loss is leverage. You must surround yourself with greatness. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Seek out those who challenge you, who inspire you, who push you to be better. Cut out the toxic, the negative, the small-minded. Protect your energy, guard your mind, build your circle with intention, with purpose, with vision. You must master your emotions. The world will test you, people will betray you, circumstances will conspire against you, but you are not a victim, you are a victor. You do not react, you respond, you do not panic, you plan, you do not crumble, you conquer. Emotional mastery is the foundation of leadership, the bedrock of resilience, the secret weapon of the unstoppable. You must take ownership of your life. No excuses, no blame, no waiting for someone else to save you. The billionaire mind owns every result, every outcome, every moment. The champion's heart takes responsibility for every win, every loss, every lesson. This is your life. This is your time. This is your shot. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to hand you the keys to the kingdom. You must seize them. You must earn them. You must become the hero of your own story. You must set standards that scare you. The world will try to lower your expectations, to convince you to settle for less, to accept mediocrity, refuse, demand more from yourself than anyone else ever could. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Expect excellence. Pursue mastery. Chase greatness with everything you have. The billionaire mind is never satisfied with average. The champion's heart is never content with good enough. You must become obsessed with improvement. Every day, in every way, get better. Learn more. Do more. Be more. Study the greats. Model their habits, steal their secrets, outwork, outlearn, outlast everyone. The world is full of talent, but it belongs to the relentless. The future is owned by the obsessed. You must take massive imperfect action. Do not wait for all the answers. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the stars to align. Move, act, build, create. The billionaire mind knows that speed is power. The champion's heart knows that momentum is magic. Start before you are ready. Leap before you are sure. Trust that you will figure it out along the way. You must become a master of time. Time is the only asset you can never get back. Spend it wisely. Invest it in your vision, your growth, your mission. Cut out the distractions, the time wasters, the energy vampires. Focus on what matters. Prioritize the vital few over the trivial many. The billionaire mind is ruthless with time. The champion's heart is relentless with focus. You must build unbreakable habits. Success is not a one-time event. It is the result of daily disciplines repeated over time until they become automatic. Build habits that serve your vision, that align with your purpose, that move you closer to your goals. The billionaire mind is built on habits. The champion's heart is forged in routine. You must cultivate unshakable faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your vision, faith in the process. There will be moments when nothing makes sense, when the path is dark, when the world seems against you. In those moments, faith is your anchor. Faith is your light. Faith is your power. The billionaire mind believes when no one else does. The champion's heart keeps going when everyone else quits. You must give more than you take. The world rewards those who create value, who serve others, who lift people up. The billionaire mind is generous. The champion's heart is selfless. They know that true wealth is not measured by what you have, but by what you give. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve, the more you succeed. You must leave a legacy. Money fades, fame fades, but impact endures. The billionaire mind thinks in generations. The champion's heart lives for something greater than themselves. Build something that outlasts you. Create something that inspires others. Live a life that matters. There is a power that comes from knowing you are the architect of your own fate. It is the power that built the skylines of New York, that sent men to the moon, that turned barren deserts into cities of light. It is the power that whispers to you in the quiet hours when the world is asleep and your dreams are wide awake. It is the power of decision, of commitment, of relentless pursuit. The billionaire mind does not wait for opportunity, it creates it. The champion's heart does not hope for a break, it breaks through. You must become a student of history, not just a spectator. Study the rise and fall of empires, the victories and defeats of those who came before you. Learn from their triumphs, but more importantly, learn from their mistakes. Edison's 1,000 failures were not wasted, they were the price of illumination. Carnegie's setbacks were not the end, they were the beginning of steel. Disney's bankruptcies were not defeat, they were the foundation of magic. Lincoln's losses were not shame, they were the crucible of unity. Ford's rejections were not rejection, they were the ignition of revolution. Obama's obstacles were not barriers, they were the fuel for hope. Napoleon Hill's struggles were not punishment, they were the seeds of wisdom. Every great story is written in adversity, every legend is forged in fire. The world will test you, push you, break you down, but the world cannot defeat the one who refuses to be defeated. The billionaire mind is indomitable. The champion's heart is invincible. They see every challenge as a chance to grow, every setback as a setup for a greater leap forward. You must learn to see what others cannot. Where they see problems, you see possibilities. Where they see risk, you see reward. Where they see limits, you see leverage. The billionaire mind is visionary. The champion's heart is imaginative. They do not accept the world as it is. They shape it into what it could be. They do not wait for the future. They invent it. You must become a master of communication. Words are weapons, words are bridges, words are the currency of influence. The billionaire mind knows how to persuade, to inspire, to rally others to a cause. The champion's heart knows how to speak with conviction, to lead with passion, to move people to action. Communication is not just about talking, it is about connecting, about understanding, about building trust. It is the foundation of every relationship, every deal, every movement. You must embrace the power of negotiation. Life is a series of deals, some big, some small, all important. The billionaire mind negotiates with strength, with strategy, with confidence. The champion's heart negotiates with integrity, with empathy, with vision. Know your worth, know your value. Never settle for less than you deserve, but also know when to walk away, when to hold firm, when to compromise for the greater good. You must cultivate the art of focus. In a world of endless distraction, focus is a superpower. The billionaire mind is laser sharp, cutting through the noise, zeroing in on what matters most. The champion's heart is unwavering, undistracted, locked in on the mission. Focus is the difference between scattered effort and concentrated power. It is the force that turns dreams into reality, that transforms potential into performance. You must become comfortable with discomfort. Growth lives outside your comfort zone. The billionaire mind seeks out challenge, embraces uncertainty, thrives in the unknown. The champion's heart welcomes adversity, knowing that every struggle is a stepping stone to strength. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Complacency is the death of ambition. Push yourself, stretch yourself, demand more from yourself than anyone else ever could. You must develop the discipline of self-reflection. The greatest leaders are not just doers, they are thinkers. They take time to pause, to reflect, to learn from their experiences. The billionaire mind reviews every win, every loss, every lesson. The champion's heart asks, how can I be better? How can I grow? What can I learn? Self-reflection is the mirror of progress, the compass of growth, the engine of evolution. You must protect your health, body, mind, and spirit. The billionaire mind knows that energy is everything. The champion's heart knows that strength is built, not given. Take care of your body, feed your mind, nourish your soul. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. You need stamina, resilience, vitality. Invest in yourself. Rest when you must, but never quit. Recharge, refuel, return stronger. You must embrace the inevitability of change. The world is in constant motion. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The billionaire mind is agile, adaptable, always ready to pivot. The champion's heart is open, flexible, willing to reinvent. Change is not a threat. It is an invitation to grow, to innovate, to lead. Welcome it, harness it, use it to your advantage. You must build a brand, a reputation that precedes you, that speaks for you, that opens doors before you even arrive. The billionaire mind understands the power of perception. The champion's heart knows the value of trust. Your brand is your promise to the world. Make it strong, make it true, make it unforgettable. You must become a master of risk. Nothing great is achieved without risk. The billionaire mind calculates, strategizes, but never shies away from the leap. The champion's heart knows that fortune favors the bold. Take smart risks. Bet on yourself. Trust your instincts. The greatest rewards are reserved for those who dare to go where others will not. You must learn to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every victory is a step forward, a proof of progress, a reason to keep going. The billionaire mind acknowledges achievement. The champion's heart honors effort. Celebrate but never settle. Enjoy the moment, then get back to work. The journey is long, the mission is great, the best is always yet to come. You must give yourself permission to dream bigger, to want more, to expect more. The world will try to shrink your vision, to limit your ambition, to box you in. Refuse, expand your dreams, stretch your goals, raise your standards. The billionaire mind is limitless, the champion's heart is boundless. There are no ceilings, no boundaries, no limits except the ones you accept. You must remember that every day is a new chance, a fresh start, a blank page. Yesterday's failures do not define you. Today's choices do. The billionaire mind lives in the present, learns from the past, builds for the future. The champion's heart forgives, forgets, and forges ahead. Every sunrise is a new opportunity. Seize it, own it, make it count. There is a force inside you, ancient and unbreakable, that has survived every storm, every setback, every disappointment. It is the same force that drove explorers across uncharted oceans, that inspired inventors to defy the impossible, that fueled revolutionaries to rewrite the rules of the world. It is the force of will. The billionaire mind harnesses this will, shapes it, sharpens it, and unleashes it on the world. The champion's heart draws from it in the darkest hours, when hope is thin and the night is long. You must learn to trust yourself, even when the world doubts you, especially when the world doubts you. The greatest breakthroughs are born in the crucible of skepticism. Edison was mocked, Disney was dismissed, Lincoln was doubted, Ford was ridiculed, Obama was underestimated. Yet, they pressed on, not because the world believed in them, but because they believed in themselves. That is the secret. That is the power. When you trust your vision, when you trust your instincts, when you trust your ability to figure it out, you become unstoppable. You must become relentless in your pursuit. Relentless is not a word for the faint of heart. It means you keep going when others stop. It means you find a way when the path is blocked. It means you dig deeper, push harder, fight longer. The billionaire mind is relentless in learning, in growing, in building. The champion's heart is relentless in training, in competing, in winning. Relentlessness is the difference between those who almost make it and those who do. You must learn to silence the inner critic. That voice that whispers, "You're not enough, you're not ready, you're not worthy." That voice is a liar. It is the echo of fear, the residue past failures, the shadow of other people's limitations. The billionaire mind replaces that voice with one of power. I am ready. I am worthy. I am enough. The champion's heart drowns out doubt with action, with effort, with result. You must become a master of your environment. Your surroundings shape your destiny. The billionaire mind curates an environment of excellence. Spaces that inspire, people who challenge, routines that empower. The champion's heart trains in arenas of greatness, surrounded by those who demand more, who expect more, who give more. If your environment does not support your vision, change it. If your circle does not lift you higher, find a new circle. You must learn to leverage every resource. Time, money, energy, relationships. These are the building blocks of empires. The billionaire mind multiplies resources, finds value where others see waste, turns every asset into an advantage. The champion's heart squeezes every drop of potential from every moment, every opportunity, every connection. Leverage is the art of doing more with less, of turning small beginnings into massive outcomes. You must become a student of human nature. People are the key to every door. The billionaire mind understands motivation, influence, persuasion. The champion's heart understands teamwork, loyalty, camaraderie. Study people. Learn what drives them, what inspires them, what moves them. Build alliances. Forge partnerships. Create networks of trust and respect. Alone you can go fast. Together you can go far. You must learn to manage risk, not avoid it. The world is full of people who play it safe, who never take a chance, who never bet on themselves. But safety is an illusion. The greatest risk is not taking. The billionaire mind calculates risk, prepares for it, embraces it. The champion's heart knows that every victory requires vulnerability. Every leap requires faith. Risk is the price of greatness. Pay it gladly. You must develop the courage to say no. The world will pull you in 1,000 directions, demand your time, your energy, your attention. The billionaire mind is ruthless with priorities. The champion's heart is fierce with focus. Say no to distractions, to obligations that do not serve your mission, to people who drain your spirit. Every no is a yes to your vision, your purpose, your destiny. You must learn to recover quickly. Setbacks are inevitable. Failure is part of the process. The billionaire mind does not dwell on mistakes. The champion's heart does not wallow in defeat. Learn the lesson, make the adjustment, move forward. Resilience is not about never falling. It's about rising faster every time you do. You must cultivate patience. The world is obsessed with speed, with instant results, with overnight success. But true greatness takes time. Empires are not built in a day. Mastery is not achieved in a moment. The billionaire mind plays the long game. The champion's heart endures the grind. Patience is not passive. It is active, persistent, unwavering. It is the quiet confidence that your time will come, that your harvest will arrive, that your work will be rewarded. You must keep your eyes on the horizon. The journey is long, the road is winding, the obstacles are many, but the destination is worth it. The billionaire mind sees beyond the present, beyond the pain, beyond the problems. The champion's heart holds the vision even when the world is blind to it. Keep moving forward, keep climbing higher, keep believing even when belief is all you have. You must remember that greatness is a choice. Every day and every moment you choose who you will be. You choose to rise or to fall, to fight or to flee, to build or to break. The billionaire mind needs these greatness not once but over and over again. The champion's heart chooses victory, not by accident but by design. You must never forget where you came from. Humility is the foundation of true power. The billionaire mind honors the journey, respects the struggle, remembers the roots. The champion's heart is grateful for every lesson, every mentor, every moment. Never let success make you arrogant. Never let achievement make you forget. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. Stay hungry. You must give back. The world is full of takers, but it is built by givers. The billionaire mind invests in others, lifts others, empowers others. The champion's heart inspires, mentors, leads. Your legacy is not what you accumulate, but what you contribute. The greatest empires are built not on gold, but on generosity. You must live with urgency. Life is short. Time is precious. The billionaire mind acts now, moves now, builds now. The champion's heart seizes the moment, makes the call, takes the shot. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the world to catch up. Move now, act now, live now.